Hello, and welcome to the dungeons. Dayman here. Today, we're going to be talking about some very exciting videos that you can be a part of. First things first, I'm sure you already noticed, but we're not just Dayman anymore. We've upgraded our channel to Dungeons Demystified, going official. Not only that, but we've also changed our channel mascot to be the nipple. I went through too much suffering to pick up that shield, and it was a testament to my engagement with the community, so I figured it deserves its light in the sun, even if it was a disappointing child. Well, let's get to the exciting stuff, shall we? I am going to host the very first Dungeons of Eternity boxing match. And if you want to be a part of it, I'm looking for 8 members to go into a bracket style fight. If you think you got what it takes to be the first Golden Gloves winner in Dungeons of Eternity, comment down below and I'll vet you and we'll get you into the first boxing match this game has ever seen. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what else will, but if you're like me and a big old nerd, then this might do it for you. Because up next, we're going to be doing a D&D style dungeon run. Using the class builds that I've made videos on, we're going to actually see if they're any good. I know I've made them as good as I can make them, but I think it'd be fun to run some high-octane dungeons where everybody fulfills a very specific role in order to get a classic dungeon crawling feel. Right? Actually having a cleric, if no one wants to be a cleric, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because I love you guys. Alright. The next thing is, I want to be doing a real mythical weapon deep dive. Not just my reactions, not just what I've learned about them, but real, actual play testing. So, if you have any of the weapons I don't have, those being the beautiful spear, the disappointing nipple, and the super cool dagger, you go ahead and you let me know what you got. And we're going to fill a dungeon and we're going to talk about all the secrets in Dungeons of Eternity. If you want to see what your weapons are really capable of, go ahead and join me in the dungeons. The last thing we want to talk about today, before we go over just kind of an overview of what we're all about here, and that is, just because you have the same weapons I do, doesn't mean I don't want you in my video. In fact, I want you. So the next thing I want to do is I want to do a Spartan run. If you have a spear and shield like I do, let's go into strategic formation and do a real Spartan run. How? Right? We're going to talk about actual strategic placement and phalanx formations that other people can bring into the dungeon so we're not just running around like madmen with our heads cut off, right? So, the last thing is, I want to talk about the reason I named myself Dungeons Demystified. That's because what this channel's all about. You know, when I first got started, I got lucky, and I ran into some very experienced and very kind players who taught me everything I needed to know. And I went through and I shared that information one dungeon at a time, but the information just wasn't getting out there fast enough, and the game was growing faster than I could, keep up with. So I made a channel. And that channel's hope was to share the deep dive information that will help people actually understand how to play the game. Even before I was level 60, I was teaching level 60s a thing or two. Because like I said, I got lucky. And maybe new players aren't going to get lucky, especially with so many new players and level-based matchmaking. So I made the channel. And I want to go into the nitty-gritty. I want to go to the deep dive. I want to know what this game actually does instead of just the somewhat cryptic messages on our various boards and menus. I want to figure out what things actually do. And people are giving me good information, and I'm happy to be wrong. I want to be right, but I'm happy to be wrong. If I've gotten something wrong, go ahead and leave a comment and I will update my information. Someone said I got stabbed wrong. I figured it out. Someone said I got the shield wrong. We tested it out. Someone asked me, and this is just neither here nor there, but someone asked me, hey, can you figure out what all the health pools for all the monsters are? I think they were trolling me. They had to have been trolling me. So what I did, I know what I did. I did it. I went in and I put on some boxing gloves made of power gems to deal 1 damage only, a true 1 damage only. And I went in and I was punching enemies, taking their health totals. And what I realized is all the health totals are different. So even if I can gain percentages, I don't know how much information that will really glean, and I wasn't able to beat down the boss monsters. Thankfully, they have health pools, so maybe that wasn't the most important thing. But if you really want to see that information, I'll suffer for you. I've proven it. So, if anything, let me be a YouTuber and say, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below if you're interested in being featured in any of my videos. Add your handle. And like I said, read the description if you want the rules for our boxing tournament. Until next time, remember, disinfect your face mask and wash your face. Dayman out. Peace.